Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This here is a little thing we call Weeknights, where 5 nights a week we give you the latest, the greatest, the shameless, largely from the famous. I am JD, aka He Who Pods, glasses on, so that also makes me rear view mirror.
And I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the realest king of R&B. And we're here to talk about some R&B.
Talk about it.
So it was announced that Mary J. Blige is going on a farewell tour.
And
I don't know what you want me to say, but but her and
she announced she's putting out one final album. She's about to.
I didn't know where you because I was gonna say she's going on tour with Neo and Mario.
Oh no, she announced that she's putting out her last album and doing a farewell tour.
Yeah, that's what she said. Y'all know I
Uh
don't
oh.
believe artists when they say that. So
Uh oh. You don't believe the Queen?
I don't.
Believe black women.
Oh, I always believe black women. However, I don't believe artists who say they are retiring or leaving the game or whatever it is, because it is almost always untrue.
Got it.
So I don't have a lot of um, faith in the fact that this is the truth. I also feel like it's a great gimmick when an artist gets to a certain age or a certain stage in their career for them to say that they are retiring or they're leaving leaving making music or leaving touring, or and then a year later, 2 years later, whatever it is, they put out more music, they schedule a tour. It's like, I don't know if the funds start running low or something, or they just get bored with not doing it, and then they come right back. And it's like, I know you needed, like, I know that it probably helped you to sell tickets and albums or streams or whatever you want to call them today. I'm sure it helped you do that. But now it just looks like you lied. And that frustrates me. So I have said on this here podcast many a times that I just don't believe artists anymore when they say this. I love, 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 love Mary J. Blige. I have I don't have anything bad to say about her. I think she's an amazing artist. I think she is really awesome. I've only seen her live once. I would love to get tickets to see this tour, because in the off chance that it is really true, I don't want to have missed out on that. But I take all of this with a grain of salt, because there's a possibility Mary is young and thriving, okay? There is a
Yes.
possibility that Mary will, decide, hey, maybe I'll make some music. Maybe it starts out as, oh, I'll make some music for fun. And then all of a sudden she's got a new album. Or maybe she's just like, man, I would miss being on the road. And then all of a sudden she's got a new tour. I just don't. She's not old and decrepit. She could do it if she
No,
wants to.
no,
So,
she is young and looking good.
and those thighs are still doing what they do. So it's like, Mary, are you really putting the thighs away?
I don't know how to respond to that in 2025.
So I'm excited about Mary going on tour. I'm always excited about a new Mary album. Farewell, maybe.
All right. Um, I love Mary. Mary's music has been great for us for eons. And so Mary has been putting out great music. And if this truly is Mary's last album, I assume it will be possibly the best album we've gotten yet, because she's gonna really put her heart and soul into this one, and you know, I think she's gonna go out with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do believe that it is possible this is her last album. If that's what Mary says, I believe her. And she is not a spring chicken. She is 50 plus.
That's true.
She is now working on her record label and other ventures. So
One more.
it makes one more. That's right. And so it makes
One
sense.
more time.
Yeah. So it makes sense that she is going to transition from music into, or rather, being a solo artist into doing her label thing. However, I don't believe this is Mary's last tour. I will be honest. I think Mary enjoys music too much,
That's what she said the last time you talked to
and
her.
I've never spoken to Mary J. Blige. We are B-Day twins,
Mm-hmm.
um, as the internet likes to say. Which I don't know why people say that. I don't know why you don't just say we share the same birthday. But anyway, it's another topic for another time, or not, because who gives a fuck? But um, yeah, I don't think this is Mary's last tour. Especially because farewell tour is usually when someone is older and their body is starting to deteriorate and they are beginning to be too old to function in that way. The touring life and those things are too much. I don't think this is the last tour Mary will ever do. But I think if it is, then if it's time, it's time. I
Mm-hmm.
only Mary knows. And also people's minds change. And so, maybe this in her mind is the farewell tour. And maybe a few years from now, she'll say I changed my mind like Keisha Cole
Yeah, yeah,
and go on tour with Keisha Cole. Who knows?
yeah. Maybe.
Did Keisha Cole do a farewell tour?
No, but I was thinking about Anita Baker. Anita Baker did a farewell tour and then came back and was continuing to tour.
Well,
So it's happened, and she's not. I'm not singling her out. She's. I was just trying to think of a singer who's done that, and that's been fairly recently in the last several years. But we've had rappers. I talk about the rappers all the time and how they say they're retiring, and
yeah, they lie. Let it lie.
then like 2 years later, you know, or not even 2 years later, but like 6 months to a year later, you see them growing their hair out or some superstitious thing and realize that they're getting ready to release an album. And it's like, well, you lied. And you got us all in our feelings so we could spend top dollar to see you perform or to hear your music. And then you came back with the just kidding. I
All
don't
right.
like the idea that some of these that it's possible that some of these artists do this just to boost sales. I don't like that. And
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying Mary that's what Mary's doing. I'm just saying I think that some artists do that on purpose. And that drives me crazy cuz ticket sales are already too high.
Ticket sales are already too high.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about another lady who we love, another artist.
UNITY.
Who you calling a bitch?
Yeah. That's the one.
Uh, yeah. So, um, according to Deadline, multiple entertainment companies are joining forces to create a series of biopics about hip hop legends. And they are starting with Queen Latifah herself, who will be who will also be co-producing the film. Queen Latifah said, "It is a dream to be able to collaborate with friends and colleagues that have not only a shared understanding, but are able to tell these stories that were the backdrop of our lives.
Hmm.
More details about the upcoming film are coming soon. And so a Queen Latifah biopic is in the works. Uh, I love that she's a part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's great because, you could tell my story, but it probably helps if I'm helping you tell my story, right?
Right.
And so I think that's one of the bonuses of, I need to keep holding my phone. I think that's one of the bonuses of people being around when their biopic is done. When someone passes, you got to say, oh man, JD passed. We got to go call, the homies. We got to find his peoples
Right.
and see what we can verify and see what's important and what was important to him and
Yeah.
make sure his story is told. But when JD is still around, you could just holler at JD and he say, all right, yeah, let's talk about it. So I think this is cool. In fact, we were just talking, I know it hasn't come out yet, but we were just talking about biopics that we would like to see happen.
Oh, yep.
And hopefully something y'all will see soon that we are working and we did. We were just talking about biopics. And so I think this is really interesting that uh it happens, to be coming around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about who are these companies that are coming together to do this, because it does not say specifically who is involved in this series of biopics. And so I'm curious about that. But I think it's dope that this is happening. Queen Latifah has had a very interesting life and career.
Hmm.
She's done acting, she's done Broadway, she's done rapping,
Yeah.
I don't know, and shame on me for this because I probably should know, honestly.
Hmm.
I don't know if she had a bigger role than acting on Living Single, but I know when we were younger, it was kind of pitched as her show at one point.
It was basically
But I don't know
main.
if she had, you know, producer or director or creator credits on the show.
I don't know.
And I probably should know that, to be honest, but
I don't know about creator,
well,
definitely producer, and I feel like she was considered central to the storyline. You
absolutely.
know how most shows with an ensemble cast kind of have one person that bridges the gap, like brings everybody together. Everybody knows everybody because of that one person, or Um,
Hmm.
so so yeah,
Let me look it up.
she was definitely a big part, a huge part of Living Single. I was gonna say something about Queen Latifah, but I forgot. Oh, I was gonna tell you. I was gonna ask you, have I ever told you that she once waved to me?
No,
She,
no, I did not.
she once waved to me. Well, I was not staying at the hotel that I was at because
Okay.
I couldn't afford that hotel. But, but I was at least not at the time. I There was an event that I attended for work,
Hmm.
and a long time ago, jobs ago, and there was kind of like a little after meetup soiree thing in a hotel lounge area,
Hmm.
and it was like a little hotel like bar and lounge sort of thing, and I guess she was attending the event. Pretty sure
Okay.
there, and the hotel, she was staying at the hotel we were in, and lo and behold, it's like, I don't know, it's late, and who steps off the elevator but Queen
The Queen.
Latifah in her comfy clothes too. She looked like she was just coming down for a little light bite or a drink.
Nice.
And the group that I was with, everybody was kind of spread out. And she came down and she actually talked to people. She was super friendly. I didn't get to catch words with her, but she did look over at the table I was at, and we exchanged a wave.
Nice.
I mean, seems like a sweet human being. I'll say that. again, we didn't really get to chop it up. I'm not gonna sit here and like, those people who lie and be like, oh my gosh, I met Queen Latifah. She was so nice. No.
We both had an old fashioned at the bar.
Yeah, no. No, but she waved. So that's my story.
People with the lies are wild.
People with the
I
lies
just
are
looked it up.
crazy.
Yeah, I just looked it up. She does not have any of those credits, just actress credits,
Okay.
according to IMDb.
I don't know why I thought towards the end she had producer credit, but maybe I'm thinking about the fact that she sang the theme song.
I don't know. Anyway, what are your thoughts about the biopic?
I'm excited. I think she's a dope human. I think she's a dope artist, and like you said, she's done so many things. She's a multi hyphenate. Like those are always the people I want to see their stories. Like
Right.
how did you get to genius level greatness? You know what I mean? And I put genius
Yes.
in quotes because we talk a lot about what genius means, and I think genius means something different to everyone. But to be that involved with so many different things and to excel at it. And you say living single, but honestly, isn't she still on a show right now with the oh the not the enforcer, the things on
Oh,
CB,
Equalizer?
the Equalizer.
I don't know if she's still doing that, but I can find out right
I know
now.
she was doing it for multiple seasons.
I'm on my way to find her.
But yeah, I mean she's done some really dope things, and
Yep, 56 episodes of The Equalizer. Still, it says 2024, so that means episodes have come out this year.
yeah.
And she is an executive producer on The Equalizer as well. It says she also has 2 projects coming out.
And she
Uh, one is in pre-production, one is in development.
mhm. And she's done tons of movies.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, her music, I feel like that goes without saying. Um, but I feel like she's just a super talented human, and like you said, I think it's really exciting that she's a part of it. So, we'll get to find out. Well, it's probably going to be pretty authentic, considering she's a
Yeah.
part of it. So, and I say probably because obviously people can lie on themselves, but you hope that that's not what happens when people tell their stories.
Right, and we also don't know anything about it yet. It could be more of a comedy. It could be more of an animated thing. We don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know enough yet.
it could be Legos.
It could, you know what I'm saying? It could be Legos.
Yeah,
Yo, it's almost time to see the Pharrell movie.
October 11th.
I'm taking baby girl.
October
I gotta
11th is
call I
out.
gotta call Tez and the squad. I know Nestor's interested. I'm trying to go deep, you know what I mean? Trying to roll with the squad for this one.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Trying to pull up, you know what I mean? The whole squad.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yeah. If I do it, I'll definitely document it as well.
Of course.
Um, Speaking of rolling deep with the squad,
Hmm.
there's a new trailer for a new film that I had no idea existed, but we saw the trailer.
O'Shea, 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 O'Shea.
Yep.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
I ain't mad at you, player.
I like O'Shea Jackson Jr.
So I'm sorry, what?
I said I like O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Oh yeah, no, listen, he's doing his thing. He's been doing his thing. I got nothing bad to say about him.
Hmm.
Um, so Den of Thieves 2 dropped the trailer out of nowhere. I didn't know Den of Thieves. Maybe not out of nowhere. Maybe people who follow that franchise. Actually, I just thought about something. Let me look something up. Um,
So you didn't know it was coming.
I had no idea this film existed. I never heard anything about it. And then all of a sudden, bam, trailer. What?
Yeah.
All right. I remember 50 Cent was involved in the last one, so that's what I wanted to see.
Okay.
I don't see anything here that says directed by Christian Gudacast. It says he also is the writer of the film. Yeah, I don't see anything about 50. I know 50 was involved in the first one. Yeah, nah, it looks like very little information is here, but nothing here is saying 50 Cent on imdb.com. Wait, listen, man, the trailer's out. We saw the trailer. I didn't know a number 2 existed. I didn't know number 2 was in the works. I was caught off guard, especially because who did I see as soon as the trailer started?
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. I said, what? Is Gerard Butler back? Is Gerard Butler doing action movies again? Because for a minute,
Harry.
huh?
And Harry. He's got
Oh,
some
that's,
extra hair on him.
I said, is Gerard Butler back in the big screen? Because for a while, Gerard Butler was doing like B movies, movies that like you ain't really hear getting blockbuster appeal. Then he had this one movie about a plane like 2 summers ago or something, and nobody really was rocking with it. But hey, listen, man. If Gerard Butler is making the big screen comeback, if Gerard Butler is about to be back in action movies for real, y'all better be careful, y'all action stars, because Gerard Butler get busy,
He's a real
and
one.
his films was doing numbers at one point.
Yeah.
He has a huge fan base,
He's great.
which I is a part of.
He's great.
So I thought that was Fly Alone. I'm like, wait, that's Gerard Butler? Hold on,
And I kind of like,
let me clear the glasses real quick. Let me see, is that him?
and I kind of like him and O'Shea as a duo. When I was watching them on screen, I was like, I dig this. I like this.
Yeah,
This is kind of cool. They seem to have good on screen chemistry from what
they
you
do.
can see in the trailer. And I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know
Yeah.
I wanted this. I didn't know I needed this, but I'm with it. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, okay, I'll watch the trailer and see, like, I'll see
See
what's
what
up.
happens. Yeah.
But I was like, I kind of like what they have going on. I like what they're setting up here. Um, I want to see it. I'm really curious about it. I know it doesn't come out until 2025, but I'm like, all right, I could, go on down to the movies, grab my purse, and go on down to the movies and see Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. So
Yeah.
Thieves.
I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you saw the first one, but I saw the first Den of Thieves, and I like that they kind of are keeping the theme and
Mm-hmm.
speaking about some of the same things. And I like my favorite line in the trailer was O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character is like, "It's not the money, it's the challenge for me."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've seen the first one, but once and don't really remember a whole lot about it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I was like, oh, I might want to watch this. This
Yeah.
looks interesting, and I think it's cool, like you said, that Gerard Butler is, coming back on the scene. That's cool. I know O'Shea has had a lot going on in recent years. Actually, just found out a few weeks ago that he is becoming a podcaster as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Apparently, he's really into wrestling. He's a huge,
Oh,
huge wrestling fan, and he has a. This is gonna sound like an ass.
then don't say it.
He has no, but I feel like we're talking about him. We might as well bring it up, right? He has a podcast coming under. Well, y'all can look it up, but he has a podcast coming under the Rich Eisen Network, starting soon. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm also not a big wrestling person. I used to watch wrestling in junior high because of a boy I liked, and that's pretty much the extent to, to my. So I know. Oh, and I did watch the on E when they did the show about the girls in wrestling. I forget what it was called,
I don't know. That's Ted's department. I don't do wrestling
but
today.
I used to watch the reality show about all the wrestling girls. That was a great show. But that's pretty much the extent. So like I know wrestlers, like I could name them and stuff, and I know about them, especially the old ones, because I was really into it when I was into it. But I'm not a wrestling buff by any means. But you know, I did know about this, so I wanted to bring it up because I feel like, oh, look at people branching out and doing different things. I had no idea that man was interested in wrestling. Just thought it was interesting, so I figured, you know, I'm bringing it to the pod since.
They give him a free ad. Why not?
I mean, I don't think that's how that works, but sure. But yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I honestly knew about it. I didn't realize that it was going to be under that network until right before we recorded. I looked it up to try to find the name of it. And I couldn't find the name of it, but he did announce it recently on the Rich Eisen show a few weeks ago. So, you know, if y'all are into that, y'all should check it out.
Right. And now that the ad is over, we will be looking forward to
All right.
more Den of Thieves trailers and looking forward to seeing it in the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And we will look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, listening, etc. See you tomorrow.
Bye.